All right, hi, I'm Royce Clay, Royce's Tree Service. I just met with Felicia Prophet. We're around Scottish Circle here, and we're looking at all the community trees. I didn't count them all, but probably 20 or so in this between the sidewalk and the curb. Those are the only trees we're talking about pruning. This is perhaps the worst specimen that we looked at that I noticed. There might be others, but this included bark here is a real problem in the long term for growing trees. In the long term, this tree will either need a cable or will need to be structurally pruned over the next several years. And the end goal here is to have one trunk and with a cut that goes something like that. That's the end goal. The first year on a tree like this in structural pruning would be to subordinate the top of this leader on the right. We would be removing any crossing branches as well, those that rub back and forth. We'd have to get rid of not the branch from this trunk, but perhaps from there up would be gone on this tree, and then next year we finish the cut down here, just not to take too much of the time. This is just an example tree. It's, like I said, the worst. Most of them don't need excessive pruning like that. Most of them are in pretty good shape. But what we talked about today was elevation pruning so that the UPS truck and the other large trucks that go through this neighborhood would stop rubbing the leaves right off the branches and scratching paint, etc. Something else that Felicia and I talked about was the possible effect of doing pruning like this, wherein we will be pruning branches on the roadside. We would not be pruning branches on the backside. And that is because the tree needs as many branches as it can to produce its food, its sugars, etc. You don't just take them off to balance trees. They are perfectly balanced with all of their branches to start, and it does not help the tree's health to take off tree branches just to get the appearance of above soil balance. Okay. So lots more information will be in the email, but this is a good test subject to show you what we'll be doing. Pruning basically the roadside, elevating for truck height, and pruning for sidewalk height as well, and getting rid of any structural problems either in 1 year or over the next few years, such as removing this entire top in a phase or 3. Thanks for having me over and giving me this opportunity. Look forward to working with you all.